Okay, hi there. Welcome to Teacher Carrie TV. And now let's have our grammar lesson, participle and participle phrase. And once again, I would like to thank those who exerted their efforts to prepare the PowerPoint that we have right now. So what is a participle? A participle is a verb that is used on an adjective and most often ends in ing or ed. The term verbal indicates that a participle is based on a verb and therefore expresses action or state of being. However, since they function as adjectives, participles modify nouns or pronouns. And let us see more about participles. So, they look like verbs. Actually, the form is a verb, but the purpose is an adjective. And when we say adjective, it describes a noun or pronoun. So we have these examples. Number one, the crying baby had a wet diaper. So we know that the state of being is had. Okay, so we have the complete subject, the crying baby. Okay, let us pause for a while. Okay, so going back, we have the participial phrase. So when we say phrase, this contains not only one word, but two, three, or more words. A participial phrase is a group of words consisting of a participle and the modifier or modifiers and or pronouns or noun phrase. Participial phrases contain a participle or a verbal acting as an adjective and various modifiers. So let's have the examples. Removing his coat, Jack rushed to the river. Who was the one who removed his coat? Of course, it is Jack. Number two, Dolores noticed her cousin walking along the shoreline. Dolores noticed who? Her cousin, who's currently walking along the shoreline. Number three, children interested in music early develop strong intellectual skills. How was the children being modified? Interested in music. And the number four, having been a gymnast, Lynn knew the importance of exercise. So having been a gymnast describes Lynn. More on participial phrases. Number one, she showed us plate of scones, crumb with cream. So in this one, we can see the participle ends with ed. And the number two, whistling the same tune as always. So it starts with a participle whistling that ends in ing. The same tune as always. Who's doing that? It's Ted. Number three, stunned by the blow. Mike quickly gathered his senses and searched frantically for the pepper spray. So it starts with the participle that ends in ed, which is stunned by the blow, modifying the subject Mike. The boy, frightened by his mother's tone, decided never to do that again. So the boy is modified by the participial phrase, frightened by his mother's tone. Number five, the man carrying the bricks is my father. So for the practice one, pick out the participle and the participial phrase in each sentence. Let us answer number one. The stomping dinosaur shook the ground beneath our feet. What kind of dinosaur? Dreading the test? Who is dreading the test? I headed into the classroom. Number three, the loudspeaker crackled announcing the train's arrival. So, announcing the train's arrival is the loudspeaker. Loudspeaker. Number four, reading while walking, Kim slipped off the curb or the crab. Number five, barely participating, Henry sulked at his desk. So the word participating. That modifies Henry. Struggling to keep up. Who was struggling to keep up? It is George. Fell further and further behind. Number 7. The singing girl skipped down the street. So how was the girls being modified? By the participle singing. Number 8. The crackling witches cast a spell. So which is the participle? Remember, when it is in present tense, it ends with ing, while participle in the past ends with d, ed, en, or t. What kind of pipe? Number 10. What kind of road? Number 11. The cat. How was the cat described? Number 12. How was she described? 13. How was this woman described? Number 14. How was the people described? Number 15. What kind of pants does Jack have? There are two types of participles. The first one ends in ing, and these are present participle. The past participle ends in ed, d, t, en, or n. Present participles as adjectives. Remember that present participles end in ing. Let's read the examples. Caring nature, deserving recipient, rising sun, boiling water, breaking news, cooking ham. Past participles as adjectives. Broken window, painted frame, destroyed bridge, swollen eye, cook ham, closed door. Present participle as adjective. So we can see here the highlighted with the green underscore and highlighted with green color. What kind of athlete? Winning, correct. What kind of raid? Okay. He took a blank class. Gardening. What kind of film? Amazing film. Dark, glowing clouds. What kind of clouds? Glowing. Number 6. He was trapped inside the burning house. And number 7. Many of his paintings show the setting sun. What kind of sun was being modified or described? Setting. Past participle as adjective. In this one, what is the participle in sentence number 1? She placed the cut flowers in the vase. Number 2, my baked beans come from an old family recipe. Number 3, the dye fabric should not be washed in hot water. Number 4, the broken record isn't worth keeping. Number 5, I have a colored calendar on my desk. Number 6, the crown prince is promising. Number 7, he found some buried treasures in the castles. As you may know, these modifiers or participles or participial phrase can come before or after the noun it modifies. So let me give you some hint. Number 1, what kind of flowers? What is the word that comes before the noun flower? Number 2, how about beans? What kind of beans? Number 3, what kind of fabric? 4, what kind of record? 5, what kind of calendar? 6, what kind of prints? And number 7, what kind of treasures? So for this activity, do not miss out the difference between a main verb and participle. Remember that participle's purpose is to modify or describe the noun. Okay, let's go to practice number 2. Pick out the past participle in each sentence. We ate a lot of roasted meat. So this is in the past and the main verb is ate. What kind of meat did they eat? So it's roasted. So the answer in number 1, practice 2, is roasted. It ends in ed and it's in the past. Number 2, I do not drink boiled water because of its weird taste. What kind of water? Number 3, the frightened boy jumped over the wall. So we know that jumped is the main verb. What kind of boy are we pertaining to with number 3? Number 4, I have completed the given task. What kind of task? Number 5, can you show me a drunk monk? What kind of monk or monk? Number 6, I have a written document of this case. What kind of document? 7, give me those folded pages. What kind of pages? Number 8, Alan is a spoiled son of his parents. What kind of parents? Or what kind of son? I don't have a modifier for parents in this sentence 8. Number 9, the confused girl decided to take a help run. What kind of girl? And then for practice 3, very easy. You just need to tell whether the following is a present or a past participle. Remember, present participle ends in ing, or it's still in the present continuous action. While in the past, it should end with d, ed, t, or sometimes en. For these are irregular verbs in the past. But always remember, though the form is like a verb, it's a verbal. The purpose is an adjective. It does not stand as an action in that sentence, but rather modify the noun or sometimes pronoun in the sentence. So number 1, obliging. Just look at the ending of the first word. Dancing. Number 3, spoken. Number 4, announce. Number 5, written. Number 6, winding. Number 7, well taken. Number 8, disappointing. Number 9, exciting. Number 10, inspiring. So remember, ing, it's in the present. Number 11, burning. Number 12, overused. Number 13, haunted. Number 14, tiring. And number 15, eating. So most of you have already got the essence of the lesson for today. A participle is a verbal ending in ing in the present, or ed, en, d, t, n, or ne for the past that functions as an adjective, modifying noun or pronoun. Let's review the 2 kinds of noun: proper noun, common nouns. Remember the examples of pronoun: he, she, personal pronoun; we, they, I. so can also be modified by these participles. A participles becomes participial phrase when it comes with another word or words consisting of modifier or modifiers, object, and or complements. Participles and participial phrase must be placed as close to the nouns or pronouns they modify as possible, and those nouns or pronouns must be clearly stated. A participial phrase is set off with commas when it A comes at the beginning of the sentence. So the participial phrase, comma, and the noun it modifies. Or for some, pronoun. B interrupts a sentence as a non-essential element. And C comes at the end of the sentence and is separated from the word it modifies. That will be all. Thank you very much for listening. And again, that was our grammar lesson in participle and participial phrase. Thank you very much for your time and have a great day. Again, this is your Teacher Carrie TV saying goodbye and have a nice day.